Hello and welcome to Mission 6 in the Operation EPSOM campaign for DCS World. Since our last video, there's been a major DCS update with regards to the Spitfire, which I covered in a video that is linked in the top right of the screen now, where essentially the whole cooling model for the aircraft has changed. And we can now fly at much lower power ratings without risk of catastrophic engine damage, forcing us to either ditch the aircraft or do an emergency landing like we did in Mission 2. So because of that, what I also found out in the video is we now have to let the engine warm up fully before taking off, because if you don't do that, the engine oil won't be warm enough, I don't think, and that causes the engine to seize up when you go full power. So we're just going to let the aircraft idle here for a little while it warms up, and then hopefully by the time I've gone through the brief, we'll be nice and warm and ready to go. So today, Enfield Squadron will fly an afternoon patrol south of Cairn along a line 15 miles south of Bayeux to 15 miles south of Carbogue. The objective is to prevent enemy aircraft from reaching the Allied lines by intercepting and destroying them at a distance. Targets of opportunity may also be strafed on the ground if it does not interfere with the primary air defence mission. The Group Control Centre, Kenway, will keep the squadron updated if any sizable threats are detected. We're going to have 8 Spitfires on this mission as normal, and personally I don't think I'm going to be going for air-to-ground targets, purely because this is essentially an air-to-air mission. I don't want to waste the limited ammunition that our 8 Spitfires have if we come into contact with enemy aircraft. It's not going to be good for the mission, and definitely not going to be good for my current pilot record, which is 5 missions in and we haven't been shot down once. Looking at the weather, it's a little bit better than it has been in previous missions. We're looking at a cloud base of about 8,000 feet. Pretty strong wind coming in from the west and good visibility. So that's going to allow us to have pretty good air-to-air engagements without having to worry about aircraft flying through clouds. And the cloud thickness looks to be about scattered, looks to be about broken. So not overcast, and probably on the lower end of broken, so maybe between scattered and broken, but we'll see when we get up there. Because we're going to be flying so close to Cairn, it's a pretty short patrol route today. The flak situation does look pretty strong, so we'll probably be looking to utilise that 8,000 feet to the cloud base to fly over the forward line of troops, and that way we're going to give ourselves the best chance of not getting hit by the flak, and that's also going to double up as giving us the best chance of getting the jump on any of the Luftwaffe aircraft that we see. So hopefully the aircraft should be nicely warmed up now, and we'll get taxiing and get airborne as soon as we can. We're up. Gear travels, carb off, and gear confirmed up. Let's roll off this power. And switch to...
Airport leader to Kenway, airborne with the Spitfire proceeding to patrol area, standing by.
Wheels up. Kenway to airfield leader, we carry no contacts at this time. You are free to strike at low level if you choose. Just be aware of artillery bombardments and heavy flak between Villain's bow gauge and cards. We will keep you posted if enemy aircraft are expected. Wheels up. Rejoin. Rejoin. Rejoin.
We're just having a quick look at the flak map.
Enfield 2, airborne.
We're looking like we're going to have to wait until after waypoint 1 or around waypoint 1 for drop into low level. And I think I'd like to drop to low level. I think it's a bit easier to see contacts against the white clouds or light blue sky than it is to try and find them against the darker green. They're quite camouflaged, so trying to look down is going to be more difficult, even if it does put me at a bit of a disadvantage tactically. So we're going to climb to about 8,000 feet, just below where the clouds were, and fly over the flak. At that height, I don't think they're going to be able to engage us, or if they do, it won't take much of a jinking maneuver to dodge the bullets. So it will be very difficult to hit at that height, essentially. Go to waypoint 1, and then we'll maybe do a bit of a spiraling descent down to low level, and then once we're low level, I think we're going to be in a very good position to spot enemy aircraft as well as avoid enemy flak. But looking at that southern line going from west to east, there's not really a lot of flak in that area that we know about, so we should be relatively safe. And then it'll be waypoint 2, waypoint 2, we'll begin climbing back up for about, again, 8,000 feet or just below the clouds for RTB. Pretty short route as well, which is quite nice. Again, still leading me to think that we're going to be seeing a lot of air-to-air action, which is why the route is so short. But we'll see what happens. I'll find all my wingmen. I don't mind being a little bit west of this first line. Hopefully it'll avoid a large majority of the flak that's inside the triangle of our route. And of course we'll get to cruise height and we'll really drop the power down. Save as much fuel as we can. But there we go, not quite 8,000 feet. But that's good enough for us. And begin fencing in. Almost at waypoint 1. No reports of AAA or flak. Haven't seen any flak shells exploding.
Contact. Air defense target, 11 o'clock. 2.
There we go. 11 o'clock for 2. No traces seen. Could be him down there on the ground. believe this is our waypoint village just here, off my left wing. Ties up with the map quite nicely, I think. So we're about there, so let's begin a spiral descent. Keep an eye out for any AAA or flak. But on the map, the intel map, it did look like this was a pretty safe area to descend. Constant lookout, AAA, aircraft, anything that might be a threat. Yeah, I think that might, yeah, they're Spitfires. A little bit worried for a second. There we go, it's about 080 for our next heading. We can always use the kneeboard to adjust. Heading straight towards the enemy base now. It's a little bit further than our waypoint is, but definitely in this direction. So I'd expect them to be coming from this direction or from the south. I think I got him as well. Oh, I see two of them.
Tally Bandit, 11 o'clock. Contact.
Engage bandits.
Look out, future bandits. At 1,600.
Couple of stragglers. Go for this one. Rear.
Contact target 10 o'clock, point 3.
Oh, a couple of good hits
Contact
there.
target 10 o'clock, point 3.
Oh, shoot. Got some hits on me. That was cheeky. Oh, someone died. Hope that wasn't one of us. Don't know if that was one wreckage on fire or if that was two just landed really close to each other. Push, push, push. Get on the inside of it. Deflection shots are really hard in this aircraft with just how big the engine are. The engines are huge. Makes it very difficult. I've got to get very close. Where'd he go? Oh, there he is. Look away for 1 second and I lose him. That's put me back a little bit. Oh, I lost him again. Look away for half a second. That's all it takes. Lose them in the canopy, lose them all together. Ah, I should have gone for the shot. Spitfires. Really need to get them cannons on. Got distracted by those other two. We've definitely got hits on him, but I don't think we've got anything substantial. Spitfires. We're gaining on him with low power, so hopefully we'll have some temps left in the engine to push hard and really close that gap and go for the kill. Let's do that now. Nicely. Forced to move.
Hill 2, engaging bandit at force 182-411 at 2,000.
Oh, don't know what happened there. Oh, I think we've lost most of our ammo with that. I'm not sure what happened there. We'll come there, try and find out what's happening.
Airborne with 4 Spits to proceed to control area. Standing by.
I think we're going to be extremely low on ammo. Let's try and get more.
Roger.
More guys on them.
Engage bandits. Engaging bandit. 3, tailing bandit, 7 o'clock.
Still going for me. Fuel. Feels good. Plenty of hits on him there. Go down. Come on. Why is he going down? Come on, die. Really unstable. So I've definitely done some damage to it. Way, that was close. Oh, I've got somebody else shooting me now. A lot of Spitfires around here, but no one seems to be shooting the enemy.
Enfield 2, engage bandits.
Enfield 2, engage bandits. Flight leader to Kenway, engaging 10 plus enemy aircraft, west of Kara and the north of Cars.
A lot of people as well.
Roger, 10 plus enemy aircraft west of Conf over village, slow gauge.
Set my view. Missed him again.
Charlie Bandit, 12 o'clock.
Oh, not again. Not checking my sex nearly enough. Can't have many rounds left in that cannon either.
4, Charlie Bandit, 1 o'clock.
That says Winchester.
Flight, cover me.
Hopefully if I can head north, I might be able to get some of them to follow me in a straight line. Maybe my guys will have a chance to get them.
Airfield 2, rejoin.
Marking up my corner formation. Tally bandit, 3 o'clock. 4, engaging bandit.
Yeah, I think 6 might be clear.
Rejoin.
Yeah, I see the red smoke. Well, we definitely have taken some hits there. Just into our bottom fuel tank now. Seeing 3 dots, I'm not sure who all 3 of those dots are. 2 of them definitely look like Spitfires, I don't know the third one. So I'm pushing the front lines low level and we're going pretty quick, so fingers crossed that should allow us to get through without being hit by anything. So there's 3 there, looks like that could be Enfield 2. There's a 4th one, see a 4th one, so yeah, that could be Enfield 2. But what started out as what appeared to be a 4v8, where we had the numerical advantage, seemed to very quickly turn into something else. That's all I can call it right now, something else. Don't know if that first aircraft I hit was the one that goes down, so I'm going to have to check that in the type view. It'd be pretty cool if I did win the head-on in the first instant. It's just a shame we couldn't really capitalise on it. And then I'm not sure what happened when we just blacked out and the guns were continuing firing. We lost a lot of ammo through that, I think. Most importantly, we lost cannon ammo. The machine guns, the 303s on this, just don't do any damage. They're not very useful. You can almost hit the aircraft all day with the 303s and nothing more. That's AAA. Yeah, you can hit them all day with the 303 and nothing's going to happen. It's a 20mm that does the damage. And unfortunately, we just lost so much of that.
Enfield leader Ken Wayne, checking out, returning to base.
Okay, just as I expected. Enfield 2 seemed to disappear when you cross into this line. When that message goes out to say that you're RTB, the second wing just disappear. They don't try and land or anything like that. I've suspected they've done this for a while now, but this is the first mission I've been able to kind of prove it, that that's what they do. They were definitely there, then the message went out and they were no longer there anymore. Okay, where are we on the map? Okay, just go up the coast. So it'll be interesting to count in the TAC view what I managed to take out during this mission.
Checking out, returning to base.
For all I know, it could have been a really successful mission. It didn't feel like that from my perspective. It definitely felt we weren't taking them out very well. Although there did seem to be a lot of Spitfires in the air not doing anything. And we came out with number 4, so we've lost 2 and 3 from our own formation. And there did look to be at least 3 from Enfield 2. So given how many enemy there seemed to be at the end, we didn't do too bad, but I don't know how many of them we managed to damage or take out. But I'll have a good look through the TAC view and I'll be able to post that into as a message at the end of this mission. Again, we took a bit of damage. They just kept luring me into the trap of just flying in a circle to let me catch up, get a good shot, and before I could, one of them had snuck up behind me and began taking shots at me, which I should be better at knowing by now, because that's pretty much what they always do, but I was kind of hoping that my wingmen or Enfield 2 would be able to see them and deal with them, but they were either flying around doing nothing, as I saw, or they were just too interested in other targets. It did get pretty mobbed. An aircraft over there coming towards us. That's our airfield. Almost lost it there. Coming for a right downwind approach. And we've got a green flare there to do that. I'm not sure what state our gear's going to be in. We've taken a few hits, so May have some damaged tyres or landing gear. Yeah, we definitely feel right hand down. So if that aircraft right at the beginning I did manage to take out, then that will make me a qualified ace with 5 aircraft taken down during this campaign, which would be really cool if I did. If not, we're still going to have to wait a little bit longer for that. A little too hard on the brakes there. But we made it. So thanks for watching. The scores should have been up on the screen by now. As with all these videos, thanks ever so much for watching. And if you haven't already, watch some of the other videos I've done on this campaign. And hopefully I'll catch you again for the next video.